Testing. Okay, it works now. Alright. Jesus Christ, I don't know what the hell happened. Something went fucky with Streamlabs and it didn't want to record my voice. Wild. Alright. Well, either way, oh god, I gotta turn that down in my own headset or I'm not gonna be able to... Okay, there I go. Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3 for real. Alright. Well, Rice, you'll definitely notice from the sound. Obviously we're not doing Bannerlord today. It is Valentine's Day, and I do have plans for the evening. But I also realized that I didn't download or export any of the vlogs or any of the videos from previous episodes of StarRupture. So I oopsed, and we're just gonna start a fresh one for the YouTubes. Oh, the morning is one thing. I end this at 2, and everything that I ever have planned always happens in the afternoon. So I can always get at least one in on a weekend day if I have plans that day. That just works out that way. I'd like to say it was intentional, but honestly, my originals were just 4 to 8 in the afternoon, and I just wanted to make a second one way back when, so now it just works this way. But either way, so yeah, I goofed up and didn't download anything, any of the videos from Twitch. So, and I was all the way over to the calcium deposits. That's like what, 2 or 3 episodes in. No. I'm gonna remember to download them at least this time, and get them over to YouTube. But for the sake of just for the sake of YouTube, just a fresh run, I think. Let's give this a crappy, shitty name that I end up fat thumbing because, of course. I would say I'd like to skip the tutorial, but like I said, this is for the YouTubes, so let's just go. Yeah, I only can hold on to like 2 weeks of VODs on Twitch. So when you go back and look at my old videos, you can go back like 2 weeks, but after 2 weeks they'll start dropping off. And I went back to the earliest StarRupture game I could find, and I was already at the calcium deposit area. So that means I missed like a week or 2 worth of VODs for this game in particular. I don't know if I missed it for the rest of the games I was playing over the weekends, but my brain was completely somewhere else. All right, let's jump into a game. All right, once again, I am not a biologist, not a scientist. I'm a soldier. Let's just go with the soldier. Oh, hang on. I know I can figure out what my crimes are now. Okay, so wait a minute. The biologist convicted of a terrorist attack in illegal medical practice. Oh my god. Terrorist attack? With an exaggerated, well, that explains it. Exaggerated sense of justice. Convicted of classified. Oh god, that scientist was in some dark shit. Lack of social skills. Somehow I feel that has something to do with what you were convicted of. Previous occupation classified. All this dude's shit is classified, of course. The engineer, smuggling drugs and dangerous materials, and aiding terrorists. I wonder if she and the biologist know each other. Lunar Penal Colony. Our previous occupation was at the Lunar Penal Colony. Cool. This guy's previous occupation was the Elaxium Mine. Disobedient, sharp-tongued, highly intelligent, can cause trouble. Nice. Good-hearted, anti-government intellectual, hates the IRO. Always ready to make a sacrifice, very proud and ready to fight and defend the weak. Dude. Always the smartest person in the room. Or just ask him, I'm sure. Very analytical and logical, while not practical in his statements. Yeah, probably, it figures. Convicted of desertion. Military prison in Punakaha. Whatever the hell that is. Interplanetary warfare, close combat operations, crowd control. Nice. Obedient, careful, loyal, always planning his every move. Values honor and duty above all. Natural born leader. Weaknesses, none. Weakness, her family. What the fuck are these bios? Jesus Christ. Well, fuck it. We're in.
What the?
Oh, that means I gotta deal with all these texts for the first couple of days. Or these speech bits for the first couple days.
Don't move. I want to run a holistic scan. Commencing holistic scan.
Finished, damn you.
Life vitals normal. Prisoner S8466. Welcome to the Argos program. Your adventure with the Claywood Corporation begins right now. Hello, I am Gal, your Galactic Assistance Liaison. The Claywood Corporation would like to apologize for any inconvenience you may have experienced. You can now exit the lander and begin your introductory training.
S8466, reporting for duty.
Okay, why do they all say engineer then? I don't know what the hell's going on. Alright, fuck it. Mainframe. Yes, yes. We've read this. For the sake of future YouTube viewers, feel free to pause, read at your own leisure. I am moving on. I have nothing. Except this.
Welcome to Arcadia 7 in the Raptura system. The goal of this training is to teach you to effectively acquire and produce goods for our clients. However, we'll begin with something simpler. Arcadia is often bombarded by meteorites, which are rich in resources. You have been equipped with a tool to acquire them. Use it to extract what's most valuable in the meteorite.
Well, your initial view, I love this part, I love this. Your initial view is really crap, and I don't know why they decided to land in this middle of what looks like a crater, caldera, whatever the hell. Like, it almost feels like there's a volcano ready to erupt around me. But this, and I said it in the first time I did this, is that very Breath of the Wild, yeah, Breath of the Wild kind of view. You come up over this crescent and you see just this. It's awesome. Alright. You. I must mine you now. Big meteorite. Must cool. Because overheating is a thing. Huzzah! The meteorite has broken. Now let's actually just run over here quick and oop! I see a thing. You. Come here.
I need to survive.
There we go. You. 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 You're nothing. You. Yes. I have a double jump from the get-go. And I can get all the titanium I want from this, unlimited. Because these are deposits. Gotta love that. Now, I also know I need this stuff over here. This is Wolfram. And I will take these, the star tiers, because, you know, they're resources. And I can. Now, I know I'm jumping through a lot of this, and forgive me for that. But I do already have a pretty solid grip of what's going on. And I went actually pretty far in my first run-through over on Twitch. So, You'll have to forgive me. I'm going to know that I just need all this crap for just for the sake of having it. Now I've downloaded a bunch, I've drilled out a bunch of crap. Let's go run and grab one more meteorite. I'll pick that one right there. Ooh. Meanwhile, resources. Hydro bulbs. Okay, we're back on. Jesus Christ. Reload the player, reload the player. Yeah, this sucks. This royally sucks. There's another one of those stupid, I almost wish I could, like, screenshot the screen that shows up when it happens. It just says, "You experienced a problem. We're downloading the information and you can shut off when we're done." And it's like, well, I can't even move the mouse. Like, nothing. Nothing is happening at all. And it fucking sucks. Alright. You. There we go. Alright, back to it. Back to it. Okay. Now, did it happen? It did autosave? It did autosave. We'll at least load this up. Jesus Christ. I've got to run that. I got to get that antivirus downloaded and ran. I'm fairly certain it's from the stupidity I did of listening to basically a spearfishing
Prisoner
campaign.
S8466. Welcome to the Argos program.
I've got nothing.
Your adventure with the Claywood Corporation begins right now. Hello, I am Gal, your galactic assistance liaison. The Claywood Corporation would like to apologize for any inconvenience you may have experienced.
What the
You can
hell?
now exit the lander and begin your introductory training.
Fucking excuse you?
S8466, reporting for duty.
Welcome to Arcadia 7 in the Raptura system. The goal of this training is to teach you to effectively acquire and produce goods for our clients. However,
Well, that was an
we'll
interesting
begin
feature.
with something simpler. Arcadia is often bombarded by meteorites, which are rich in resources. You have been equipped with a tool to acquire them. Use it to extract what's most valuable in the meteorite.
Alright, back to getting resources. I need a lot more wolfram. Cool it. Come on, give me lots. If we ever figure out mining like this, I think we'd be very dangerous to our asteroid belt. I've got enough. Let's get back to the boat. Make some building materials, and we'll make a base. Although now that I know what I know, I think I'm going to make my base a little different. I'm not going to use these crap ones. I'm just going to use whatever's off of that one right there.
I need to survive.
Get some hydro bulbs.
Come here.
Get all the hydro bulbs. Grab all the things. And then grab these things, because it's food. Now, my thought process is I might want to make an actual, like, base. Like a house area kind of thing over here. Now that I know what I'm to expect, I'm going to arrange things just a little bit differently, I think. Or I'll just end up putting it all over here, out in the open, and then individual building areas. Right next to the resource areas.
Good work. You'll need building materials to build the rest of the base. You can create them with the printer in your lander, but gather the necessary components first. Use the harvester to extract them, just like you did with the meteorite.
Now, I do wonder, how do you tell... I'm guessing this is a crappy deposit of wolfram. Titanium's easy. I'm trying to figure out how you find the good wolfram deposits. I'm guessing it's the more metal you see as opposed to dirt, the richer the deposit. This one looks, I don't know, kind of crap maybe? I suppose I just need to build some stuff up and see what their production rate is. Titanium's easy. This really rotted looking titanium, minimal quality. Yeah, the veins. I figured it was going to be the veins. Thicker, more numerous, or just nicer looking. But I'll need to conduct a little bit of research to confirm all of it. A little bit harder to tell the wolfram from the titanium. But for now, I need building materials. I need my B-mats. You. That. Build all of it. Yes. 600. There we go. Find and collect wolfram ore. Find and collect titanium ore. I already did this. Oh. I'm supposed to build the thing first. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Can I ask a question?
Huzzah.
Of course. As your assistant, I will answer all of your questions.
Why did Claywood send someone with military experience to mine minerals?
The Claywood Corporation spares no expense to ensure its workers are safe during their mission.
I understand that, but wouldn't it make more sense to send someone who's familiar with workplace safety and broad survival skills? My expertise is limited mostly to combat.
We are aware. Mr. Claywood has carefully studied all of your histories. You will have a chance to prove your worth. Everything's ready. Now, build the habitat that will protect your sleeve from Arcadia's dangers. Remember that your body is also a Claywood corporate investment, so it would be good to create a comfortable place for it.
Alright, I'll build the thing. Linked. Good. Now, need some... Wait, really? Alright.
Now that you have your shelter, build a printer inside it. That way, you will always have it nearby, thus optimizing your work. Great. Now build a corporate terminal. That will allow you to complete assignments for different companies, which will, in turn, give you access to new buildings.
Alright.
The first reward was free, but you'll have to work for the next one. Send us some titanium.
How am I supposed to send what I've gathered back to Earth?
The same way you got here, but in reverse. Look up at the sky. Once you build an orbital cargo launcher, it will send supplies right through that rift. It will cover light years in seconds.
Basic one for now. Actually, let's do a second one. Because I know that one's going to come from this direction, and the other one's going to come from the titanium. I think. If I remember correctly. So what do you want? Titanium ore. Solid. Alright. Run up here and grab the titanium ore. Oh, right. I need a power supply first. Power. Solar. Unlimited power. We'll run you two. That should be enough power for now. Now. Oh. Oh, gotta follow the fucking tutorial. Select commission. Oh. Oh, I gotta do it manually? Okay, supply them with the required items.
As soon as we get the package, your reputation will increase, which will unlock new schematics for you.
Blah, blah, blah. Reach level 2, blah, 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 blah. Crap.
The shipment has arrived. You've just proven you're useful, which means the corporation trusts you a little bit more. You've acquired new schematics. Go ahead, claim your reward. We've just unlocked new building schematics for you. Can you guess what they're for?
I assume they are industrial machines, making the mission easier somehow.
And how would they do that?
In any way you decide. You're the one giving orders here. I assume I'll find out in a second.
We'll automate the production process.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna start working on something else. Hey. There. Now run. Use that double jump. Alright. So, you are, first and foremost, probably going to... Well, no. I'm probably going to just put all the production for this out here. And then route it back. If anything. Yeah, that makes sense. Route all the production out to here. Funnel it into storage facilities. And then run it on a rail system that'll run it right into there. If I decide I need it. Okay, every connected element can transfer power. That's great. excavator using the rails, even though I've already got the shit in there. Reach corporation level 3. Provide enough power for your buildings to operate. What are we doing here? What's going on? What's wrong? In-grid used. Ah, I need one more. I need more B-mats. Oh, come on and just fucking grind it already. One of the biggest upgrades to this thing has to be it's either its heat accumulation or heat dissipation capacity. That just annoys the shit out of me. All right, 20. Ventimulate. You know what's really annoying about missing out on downloading the VODs and saving them so that I could put them on YouTube is that some of the learning curve that I went through, which I've always appreciated that kind of thing from YouTubers, is the learning curve they go through when they're learning a new game, is now lost forever. And that just annoys the shit out of me. Exit out. Build more of this. Which is it? Left alt. Vertical
Now
snap.
that the raw materials are being extracted automatically, you'll have more time to build out your base.
I have a question. Why didn't you install all available building schematics for me from the start? That would speed up my work even more.
All of the machines made available to you during your mission are delicate and extremely expensive. They are also bound by NDAs and patents. None of the companies working with the Claywood Corporation have granted permission to give you everything right away. You need to prove you are worthy of using the more advanced equipment.
But I already signed the NDA.
This will be best explained by the words of Annika Fisher, the CEO of Future Health Solutions, one of our partners. Playing recording.
There's no way I'm giving those degenerates my patents. They don't care about the law or intellectual property. But if it becomes necessary and they actually deserve it, then so be it. Don't quote me on that.
Great work as usual. Now build the analyzer and research some local flora with it.
Like that. Build. Where is it? Viewport. Super important to be able to see outside. And analyzing station, which I have no materials to use. I need titanium. You.
Gotcha.
lots of wolfram. You. 161. 7. How many do I need for an excavator? 80. Solid. Alright. Now we get to experimenting. Now this one kind of looks okay, but let me see. 2 over 2 seconds. Didn't think so. We'll deconstruct this somewhere else, please. Should try another one. What about you? 2 over 2 seconds. Still same problem. Okay, no. So these are all the same crap. All these are the same. So we look at this. I guess, yeah, lots of dirt, lots of dirt, lots of dirt. Let's check this one back here. Kind of looks the same to me. It is the same. It's all the same. Well, shit. Looks like there's no good place for wolfram in this area. So, we'll just cut it down and make it at the closest area. Yeah, here. Rails from here to there. Now at least you're gonna grind up some shit and I can go over there and catch your deposit. Now what is the next one? What do you want? What do you want? Titanium bars, wolfram bars, and calcium blocks. But there's no set up an analyzing station. Fucking tutorials. Alright, analyzing station away. Oh. Analyzing station. Split you.
Once you research enough plants, send the data to our scientists and claim your reward. In the future, you will need to decide which corporations you want to share your research with.
There we
The
go.
data from Arcadia is so valuable that companies prefer to keep it to themselves and will appreciate it when you choose them. Once you research enough plants, send the data to our scientists and claim your reward. In the future, you will need to decide which corporations you want to share your research with. The data from Arcadia is so valuable that companies prefer to keep it to themselves and will appreciate it when you choose them. It's time for the final stage of introductory training. Raw materials aren't very useful to corporations, since they need to produce something with them anyway. Use the buildings you have available and automate the production of the more valuable items.
Why can't they process them themselves? They have factories across the entire solar system.
This will be best explained by a private conversation recorded between 2 executives at the Griffiths Military Corporation.
So you're telling me all of the tax laws only apply to the solar system?
Bro, the mining tax, the cosmic fees, deductions from extraterrestrial income, the cost of insuring sensitive cargo, legally none of that applies to us. They can't even hit us with tariffs. It's free money, man.
I don't know why I asked.
Why am I not surprised, though? Alright, so titanium bars. Select titanium bar recipe in the smelter. Select a commission, and then produce titanium bars.
We're nearing the end of our training. Please answer the following questions. On a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious does being incinerated alive make you feel?
I can think of worse ways to go. 6.
Understood. On a scale of 1 to 10, how afraid are you of arachnids about 1 meter in diameter?
These questions are starting to worry me.
There's no need. Questions never killed anyone.
But bugs, on the other hand, particularly the bugs they're talking about, definitely have. Alright. Forget you for a second. Actually, you know what? Maybe. I never tried. I don't think I've tried this. Maybe I have. Am I able to link you up to this thing? I don't think so. But it'd be awesome if I could. Because I don't see the linkage. So I don't think I can power that thing with... Alright, so what's going to happen? Make a smelter. Alright, grind you down. Now, there was something I ended up picking up on... Oh, God, what was it? It was something else completely entirely. I could widen things out to a wider base so that they would actually align with something that was like 4 squares wide rather than 3, but I can't remember what the fuck that was. Alright, we'll just have to deal with it that way. Oh. You're just gonna be a pain in the ass, aren't you? Fuck it. Rail there to there. And then for the power. You son of a bitch. There, you're kind of blocked by the thing, but it's not going to matter, because now you have power, now you have...
Huh, nice.
There you go. And I can come over here and take from there. Cool. More building materials. At least until I can get those things arranged. Modules, habitat, platforms. Claim it. Alright. Training complete.
Great job. This is the end of your introductory training. But remember that Arcadia 7 is a dangerous place, and a person will spend their entire life, or lives rather, learning from it. Stay alert, gather information, and don't worry. I'm always by your side, watching your every move.
That's not
Is that a threat?
Yeah, that's not
It's
comforting.
for your own safety. I will now remove the introductory training restrictions. Location barrier disabled. Sedative injector disconnected. Communications channel active. Awakening other crew members ready. The Claywood Corporation hopes you will have a wonderful adventure and quickly pay off your debt. Good luck.
Testing comms. Testing, testing, testing.
What was that?
Oh, don't worry. It's only PO212, one of your colleagues. You're connected via audio, even when they're not currently active.
When they're not active?
The human brain can't go on for too long without stimulation. When sleeves are sleeping in the regeneration chamber, they get a constant audio and video feed of everything you do. They can also communicate with you. You'll also get this opportunity.
Everything I do?
Relax. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Right mouse click. Oh, you're right. There it is. Why that's not on the bottom is like it is completely fucking weird to me, but you know. All right. Now we connect this motherfucker. Horizontal connector. There, because the damn thing doesn't like long hallways, apparently. There. Now I've got a nice... place to observe the burn. Whenever it eventually happens. Ooh, I see an insignia way out in the distance there for, I think that's titanium. Yeah, the burn is close. Now then, what do you want? You want wolfram bars. Cool. You want titanium bars. So do you. And then you're the first one I want to get, so titanium bars. Titanium bars. I want that gun. Now then. Rail. Because I know wolfram bars are also a thing. Extra power. You need wolfram bars. You need wolfram bars. So which do I want first? That is the question. You. Wolfram bars regeneration chamber. Seems important. You. Titanium bar fabricator. Also important, but that's aside the point. Or on the other side. Recipe station and personal storage. There we go. You know what? I'm going to go with clever robotics first. There we go. Oh, right. Need to assign you to do something. So that's taken care of. good opportunity to go out and gather some resources, particularly the food.
E4101. You look like you're a magnet for trouble.
I won't pretend I'm a saint. I've helped smuggle this and that in my time for those in need.
People like you don't understand order. You just cause more problems for everyone else.
And you always followed orders and ended up in the exact same place as I did. I'd rather not follow anyone and be free.
You know nothing about me.
There they are. Bugs. How do you feel about bugs about 1 meter in diameter? Yeah, funny. Thinking that the limitation is a meter in diameter. Like, yeah, those are the fat ones. They're not the only ones. This thing works as a makeshift weapon, but I do not recommend long-term use.
That was some good training.
Level up that combat.
Threat eliminated. What was that?
They're vermin, the main threat on this planet.
What do you mean, main?
Most of the people that arrived on Arcadia 7 were eliminated by these creatures. Natural disasters you can prepare for, but vermin are a bit more unpredictable.
Why weren't we told about them?
The IRO imposed a TS9 top-secret clause on their existence. They made very sure no one ever found out about them. Aside from high-ranking officials, only people sent directly to the planet have ever learned of their existence.
Claywood was here. You should have told us. You knew.
Like, the obvious response to that is then, Soldier, why do you think they sent you? They knew damn good and well these things were here, and they wanted somebody here that was going to be able to deal with them. You know, a soldier. An expert in weaponry. Defensive tactics. Duh.
I don't see any more enemies. The enemy is approaching.
Let's jump in from that way. Get the throne wrecked. Get out of here. Come on, where are you?
Dehydrated.
Kiss my ass. Alright. Now, why do you think I've been gathering all these hydro bulbs?
Acquired. I need to survive.
Because it's food. Now, the right...
I advise caution. The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual. Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
Sticking random shit in your mouth. Well, there's all kinds of examples of why that has not worked out, and also various examples of why that has worked out. So, you know, it's a thing. Yay, calcium! But I'm not making calcium right now. Maybe get back. Lots of resources. Love this. This is like the safe shallows in Subnautica, honestly. Lots of resources. Not that much in the way of hazardous flora or fauna. A nice, safe place to just explore.
Acquired.
Until you're done exploring it and you push out a little bit and start to see what real threats on this
Come
fucking
here. I need to survive.
planet look like. I'm intentionally not going after the helium-3 just yet. Frankly, I had a lot of it, and it was filling up my inventory. Doesn't look like the rupture is close yet. And yes, for the sake of YouTubes, I'm looking in that direction constantly, seeing the little like sunspots from the source of light, some sort of like planet or solar body in that general direction. It's always in that general direction. Just to check and make sure that there's, because the more sunspots you end up seeing on that thing, the closer it is to a rupture. So you see, you got a few here, there. And there's clouds in the way, obviously. But yeah, the more and more spots you see, generally the closer to a rupture you are. We'll see a rupture. I'll make sure that it's visible so that I can show you. Now, what I want to do is the same thing I did beforehand. I want a building. A tall building. This is going to be my workplace. It's going to be where I store a bunch of well, this is probably where I'm going to put my pod. And if you excuse me, I have to make a quick bio break. I'll be right back. Alright. That's taken care of. Back to it. Now, as I have these, time for some vertical connectors. And let's put that up there. Now this is my actual observation point. Because it's away from that, it's at a corner, so I have an unobstructed 360-degree view of everything that happens, especially during a blast. Now, I can see this angle here. So these arches here generate wolfram, and you can see off in the distance there is another arch. That's another wolfram deposit. I love it. I also know that there's another, I think, titanium deposit. Yep, I can see it there. Another wolfram deposit there. Another titanium deposit there. And we already know about the calcium deposits over there. At least I know that they're calcium deposits. And those also need to make their way here at some point, because calcium is going to be something I use eventually. So where are we on these? You're over halfway there. You're a little over halfway there. Cool. So let's head out and start building up on some of this for the sake of calcium.
Come here.
That's also why I decided to go around and melt down some more of these meteorites, because I need a meteorite core. Okay, 1,200, almost 1,300.
I need to survive.
BMATs, so that should be good to build. This is an important lesson here. This kind of angle I cannot climb. So stupid, but there it is. Now what I want is I want to make a habitat up there. That then I can run a line down, a staircase down, and deal with both working over here and working over there. So I'm going to say that this is probably the good deposit, and these look like absolute ass. This one's a lot whiter. These look kind of brownish. So I'm guessing these are there are 3 tiers of, and Bryce, I know you know this, I'm just for the sake of YouTube. I know there's 3 tiers of quality of deposits. Low, medium, and high. I'm pretty sure that what I'm looking at down here, these 3 are low, and that this one's probably medium. So let's test that. Oh, and yep, cannot build outside of a core area. So, I need to make a core. Son of a bitch. The double jump helps, but it burns your stamina.
That was some good training.
Level up movement. Nice. I think there's a helium-3 meteorite down in there, but can't really get to it. Now, build base core. And I want it. You know what? Probably about right there is good. Or maybe up here. That's probably alright. Because you can also see the square. I'm sorry. Lock to location T, so I can look around. You can see that the outline here shows you how far the... Oh, shit. How far the build area is. So it goes all the way over there, back that way, up that mountain just a bit. And I can build all kinds of crap inside of this area. Now, that said, it also makes an argument for just putting it here and hooking it up to all the land out here that I'm going to need. Because I'm also going to, after I get done excavating from here, I'm going to need to process it. So processing it on the other side of the water right about there before I run the lines back to the delivery base seemed like it would be a good idea. But then you can see, as I said, there's deposits there. You can see the deposit symbols all over the place. Titanium, wolfram, titanium. And there's a little bit of wolfram over there. I know there's some calcium over there somewhere. And I do plan on getting to that. But I also want to make sure that I'm using the best quality ones so that I don't waste a lot of resources building up a bunch of crap that's not going to produce anything. That's the trap I fell into earlier. Oh, calcium, helium, and sulfur are all the same? Well, then why is the coloration of that different than that? I need to experiment this.
I don't get it, Sam. What's so interesting in beetles or flowers?
They're part of the world we live in and are inextricably connected to it. We wouldn't exist without beetles or flowers.
We wouldn't exist without fundamental forces. Beetles and flowers can be easily replaced with automated systems. You can't replace electromagnetism.
You'd really want to live in a world without plants?
I wouldn't mind it.
Huh. So the biologist and the engineer are arguing. Go figure. Or not the engineer, the scientist. Alright. Processes. Smelter. Smelter 1. Smelter 2. Rails from you to you. And from you to you. Now I do not have, what I really want is the triple rail support. So I can run 3 lines at the same time. I think that'll be okay. We'll run this. Click. There we go. Yeah, I learned that little trick too. Clicking the middle mouse button, you don't have to move the base, but you can adjust the height. So you to there, and you to there. And that's the important part. You run your, again, for the sake of YouTube, you run your lines from the source to the destination. You can't run it backwards. It won't allow that. No. Ah, calcium block is locked. Well, then we're just going to leave that there for a second. And once we unlock the ability to have calcium, we've already got some infrastructure set up. More food. Starting to look a little bit more burny over there. Just a little bit. Although if I'm right about this,
Blue Corporation is grateful
nice.
for all of your shipments. Remember that supporting this particular company will allow you to upgrade your arsenal, which will certainly help in surviving on Arcadia.
No shit. What do you need next? You need titanium rods or wolfram wire. Either or. Well, I know that the Selenium company needs titanium bars, so why don't you just go ahead with that? And that'll get me the fabricator that I need to make the stuff for the Griffiths. But for the time being,
You've just unlocked the UPP-7. We hope it will help you better deal with the planet's dangers.
Good weapon. I used it back at the academy. Why are you only giving it to us now? Gal?
600 ammo. I has the pew pew.
Changing mags.
Reload again to get one in the chamber. Standard like M1911.
Congratulations! Clever Robotics has received its order. A reward for fulfilling the order is waiting for you in the terminal.
Claim that. What do you need? Wolfram wire, wolfram bars. Hey, guess what? That sounds awesome. What is it again? Storage depot. Yes. Wolfram bars. That's a necessity. Absolute necessity. Now, here's the problem. I need the fabricator to make wire, which is much more efficient. I need 1,500, which is going to take a long time to run if just bars. But I also have to wait for this one to finish up just bars to give me the damn fabricator. So what else do you have? Moon Corporation. 200. Go. And that gives me the recipe station. Awesome. And it actually gives me the map eventually, so that's definitely something I need. This logic board, just there to make data.
Let's send this.
Like it only really exists to make data. Now then, I think uh-oh. See how there's a lot more spots now? It's getting a lot closer to what the images of what it looks like when you look at a picture of the sun from like space or through special filters. We're getting close to a rupture. So I'm not sure if I can go run and collect some map data, which I'm not sure I want to do without the map. Maybe, just maybe, I can go pick a fight with some bugs.
I need to survive.
Actually, speaking of which, how are we? Use, and use. Good. Food and health. Which definitely helps qualify this as a definitive survival game. And I'll grab the fur plants.
Interesting fungus.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or ruins your kidneys. We won't know until you try it.
Oh, joy.
What is that?
A monolith.
I see that. But what is it?
Unfortunately, all information on that subject is highly classified.
And we're not likely to learn anything about it because you approach it. Radiation! Uh-oh. Should have known they were up high. I don't see him. More star tiers. Okay, now they ended the fucking shit. Ooh.
Acquired. I need to survive.
A little deposit area, nice.
I can use this.
More science, I like. Just like any other survival game, pick up all the things. All of the things. Oh, looks like I got some more star tiers over here. These are nice for science. I'm saving these up for the sake of the recipe machine. Fuck off with your bullshit.
Entering combat.
Oop, where?
Next. Eliminated.
For science.
Area clear. Come here.
Hooray for resources. Oop, auto-saving. I saw that little jitter.
I need to survive. Acquired.
The bad part is I need to go all the way around this fucking thing to get up there, because there's no good way up onto that little plateau. And another monolith. Cool. Now this I will be interested in having a house around. to, or a base of operations of sorts to explore. Because clearly I can't get through those vines. After a rupture, I can. And for those that are watching on YouTube, you'll, for the first time, you'll find out why. Right now, I want a habitat. So we'll work with this. And get the stupid little exclamation points off of everything. Alright. Because that annoys the shit out of me. I will have oh, that's not what I wanted. I do want you all the way down here, because I can zorp. Oh, I have to click the button. Safety barriers. Probably have some down there. I'll have one going down that way. And depending on whether or not I want to make anything over there, I might end up changing my mind with some of this, but for the time being, this will all do. Shallow stairs. Here, there, there, sure, why not? Shove it all in there like that. Now then. Actual stairs. There, 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 there. And it doesn't like that, but I do remember there is a pillar support. Platform, yes. And then I can go from there on. There we go. Right into the dirt.
So, you were a soldier?
That's right.
Then I have a question. How can you sleep knowing everything you had to do in the name of the IRO?
I don't sleep too well. But not because of the orders I carried out.
So even after your sentencing, you're still on their side?
No,
Prepare yourselves for a
I'm on
win.
our side. All of us. The side of peace.
We are not going to be friends.
Fuck off. Scientist types don't understand military types. This is true. This has always been true. They just don't understand the concept of following orders and doing the job. And I don't know why. Scientist types always think of us as just mindless idiots that, you know, follow orders all the time. Yeah, we're really not. Now, we got the warning. I heard it behind the nonsense that a rupture is imminent. Now you hear the ambient noise. Everything still looks nice and cool and awesome. Yeah, no, everything's about to go shit-shaped. get ourselves inside, get up to our observation deck. Because that thing is just getting worse. You'll end up noticing that everything starts to take on a much brighter sheen, like the sun is just starting to get really much worse, or whatever the hell it is. Shadows get stronger. The sun never really moves. This planet is like tidally locked, it seems. There, at the top, the wave warning. Yeah, that's when you know you gotta book your ass, because you are imminently fucked. Let me see the sunspots disappearing. It's 15-second warning. There you go. It took me a while to learn this one, that there is actually a 15-second warning, and then
Rupture's eruption has started. Prepare for impact.
Flash of light, like a nuke going off, and then look at that fucking pyroclastic cloud coming.
Extreme temperature detected.
Fire! And then hellscape, like literal hellscape. The only reason we're safe is because of these things that actually shield our stuff from the worst of is this tower that shields our stuff from the worst of the wave. In fact, I'm pretty sure that stuff right there has stopped operating because everything is still overheated. So all production stops, and you had best be inside, because there's nothing going to save you. Now, that right there, that's what I've been looking for. That right there is some interesting shit.
Reloading.
Oh, come on, get down. Now it kind of looks like a scene out of Frank Herbert's Dune. And then the smoke.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Yes. Now this is still a little warm, so we actually have a hand cooler. So now I can go out and start exploring. Now these things are in the red. You can see your buildings have overheated. We need to wait for them to cool down. That's the job of this thing right here. Is to collect the heat from these things, which it has, and now everything's working again. That is why the towers. It's not just they're not just there to build a base. They're not just there to figure out the area you're allowed to work in. They also serve the purpose of cooling down your shit, and you can upgrade them. Now, this stuff only shows up after a blast.
What is this?
This is ignition, a cosmic mineral that's good at storing heat, but also releases it quickly. It can help you cool your base. But hurry, if not controlled, it sublimates rapidly.
And for the non-scientifically inclined, sublimates is basically just means it burns itself away. It'll burn off into nothing. So it's like a hot coal in the middle of a fire that is on its own but still maintains its own heat, if that makes any sense. But it will eventually turn to ash. Now, you remember this area. This used to be a little pond of water. No more water. And after every blast, there are brand new meteorites. Now, this is the wild part. You can see that greenery has already started to grow back. This planet's life cycle is wild. Every hour there's a burn, and within like 10 minutes, or 5-10 minutes of the burn, all the water returns, all the plants return, all the trees return, all of it comes back. Like, I cannot imagine the reality, an IRL version of that kind of thing happening. Like, that would be some wild shit. You think Earth has some, like, there's all these fiction stories of, like, Earth being this crazy fucking place, that psychotic fucking weather, tectonic activity, and, you know, stories of aliens thinking that we're absolutely nuts for deciding to live on this planet. And then this fucking story, and then this game comes along, and you're like, well, it could be worse. Of course, the problem is, you know, the bugs are still there, because obviously they've evolved to endure this, and it kind of makes sense why only our arthropods, sorry, are around. Ooh. Because they're the only ones that they can burrow. They can burrow into the ground and save themselves. I do like the range of the mining machine. Now, this is the fun little bit. You remember these? They burned off the shit. Let's go exploring.
A cave. It's worth exploring.
I can mine this shit. Quartz crystals. I have yet to figure out what it's used for. Well, I kind of know what it's used for. On the surface, I know what it's used for, but I've never actually gotten around to using them. And glow caps.
Excellent work. The Selenian Corporation thanks you for your shipment. Your rewards are waiting in the
Acquired.
corporate terminal.
Now, there's like nothing else down here. I don't think there's even a... Well, I'll save that for the YouTube. I'm not going to spoil that. Once I get a map, maybe it'll tell me something, but also possibly not. Wish I had a map. 'Cause I want to find out where that little caldera pond was. I think that's it over there. And there was a pond in it with some stuff. Now, some ponds have little extras at the bottom of them. Apparently, this one does not. Alright, well, good to know anyway. Oop, there looks like some more ignium. Take it before it boils off.
Delivered. The Moon Energy Corporation thanks you for your shipment. You can claim your reward in the corporate terminal.
Now I've finished both my deliveries. I need more. Need to make another delivery. Go, go. That stamina bar is a bitch, but I like where it's placed, so at least you can see where your energy's at. You don't have to run your eyes to the side or corner of the screen. titanium, selenium, you. That moon energy needs calcium ore. Now, here's the fun part. Where? Grenade. Ah, fabricator. And recipe station. Now, the recipe station, very important.
Congratulations! You can now unlock new functionality for your buildings at the recipe station.
Now,
But the buildings can already do these things. Why would we need to unlock anything?
Arcadia 7 is a very particular place, full of specific resources and requirements. The building's programming needs to be updated as these requirements change, to avoid unnecessarily clogging up memory, as well as transfer fees.
It's the Claywood Corporation that determines the cost of transfer. You could lower the price and everything would go smoother. It's the Claywood Corporation that determines the cost of transfer. You could lower the price and everything would go smoother.
I'll respond with one of Mr. Claywood's favorite sayings. This is exactly why you're not the richest person in the world.
Fuck off. Typical corporate greedy asshole shit. Okay. Clever robotics. Now, I need the storage depot. I would love the wool from wire. Now that I have the fabricator, I can make. Fabricator. Oh, let's get rid of that. And build a fabricator. Alright, build rail. From you to you. And then from you to you. You will make wool from wire. Now, I need wool from wire. For this, and for this. So we'll start off with Clever Robotics. You. The last one I could do with titanium bars is selenium, but I would probably rather do rods. Now, here's the fun part. I need more BMATs.
I think I can use this.
One of the things I'm going to have to make sure I make at some point is something that can make my BMATs all together. Now, that is a fabricator. So I'm actually going to need, probably, yes, I think I will do exactly that. Build excavator on this crappy one, because I only need 2 at a time. You can come out this way. And then build the smelter.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Build that rail. This is going to be one hell of a dip, but it's not horrible. Now, from there, over to let's change some shit here. No, not T. Yes, that. Lock it in place and make it tall. Yes. Because all the rest of the stuff is probably going to come right straight through here into the deposits, or I'll end up making something else. But for right now, I want this to be tall. Now, rotate you. Go through that gap. So I'm going to have, pardon me, a new excavator. Run from there and go into a smelter here. And run that rail from here to here. Now, what I have is a rail that runs from there and from there. And I need a fabricator, and I'll put it right here. One fabricator right about there. I'll put you as close to that as I can. Run a rail from there. I'll put it in here, and you'll run to there. You will run a rail from there to there. Now, you will make Wolfram bars, because you have Wolfram. You over here will make titanium bars, because you feed titanium. You will make building materials, which need Wolfram ore and titanium ore. Now I need to connect you guys to something, but I want the storage containers to do that, and I do not have. That is, of course, why I'm sending good materials up here to the. I think that's the one. Hit the wrong button. Yes, Clever Robotics for the storage depot. 5 at a time. Speed it up just as much as I can. So what I'm going to end up doing is just making a deposit point for it to make building materials, and then I'm just going to put a storage platform somewhere around here for it to just deposit the storage materials.
Hey, Chris, I heard you've got 3 doctorates.
It's true.
What for?
What for what?
What do you need 3 scientific titles for? Wouldn't you have rather focused on your work?
I see you're not familiar with the world of academia. Doctorates open many doors. They increase the probability my publications will get quoted, and I have access to a broader spectrum of theoretical knowledge. Plus, I did them all at once.
I prefer practice over theory.
And that's why you ended up as someone who does the dirty work.
I'll remind you that you're also here on this planet doing the same thing as me.
But with a completely different mentality.
What an asshole. What an asshole. I think I need a platform here just because I don't want to fall through that hole. There we go. That'll work. Now, of course, I want to keep the solar panels on this side, actually. So... there you go. And we will make power. Oh, I guess I can't absorb these things. Aligned terrain. No. More solar. I'm future-proofing myself, because I know I'm gonna attach a lot of crap to all this. And I will legitimately just need... Actually, I wonder if I can put a storage facility... No, I think those are 4x4. Or, I'm sorry, 2x2 squares. What I am going to do, however, is run... platform, run a staircase. No, run another platform. And then attach a staircase to it, and that'll actually connect us electrically. And this thing can go to work. Yes! So all that power is now connected to this, and this will start making me building materials. Very important. Well, I suppose I could have done that over here. Probably should have. That'll be fine. Probably just end up running the cable down through here underneath everything as much as I can, or over top of it. And then running it in storage areas over here that I'm going to put a probably door there. Yeah, I think that's in fact what I'm going to exactly do. Put that there, and I'm going to run a bunch of storage materials over here. And a doorway. An airlock. Right here. But I need that storage bay first. So we're about a third of the way through. Good. Wolfram wire will also need to be done.
Hey, S8466, how should I address you?
Sergeant is fine.
You can call me Doctor.
B1690 has a doctorate too.
Yes, but I have more of them.
You may have more doctorates, but is that going to save me from wringing your scrawny little pencil neck? I have a very specific mentality of the people that are convinced that they're the smartest person in the frickin' room. Okay, I thought for a second that that was titanium in those things, and that would have just not been fucking cricket. Yeah, from back here it looks like titanium. You get up closer and it actually changes its color. And a lot of the shading changes. Okay, I know it's early access, but hey devs, found a feature. Unless that's my render distance. Huh. Well, I'll see when I get back to the main menu, I suppose. make the recipe station? I did. That's right, because over here, I forgot there's a little tab over here, and that's where you put the foods. Insert all those. Insert as many of those as I can. Cool. Now the hydro bulbs. You. And that's where the star tiers come into effect. This thing right here. Heals HP, gains hydration, and a little bit of toxicity, which is technically fine. It's because of these. The star tiers gain toxicity but heal you. But it's good stuff. Prickler. There you go. Per plant. Per fins. Now per plant is fun because it removes toxicity and all positive effects, but you add it with something else and it creates something like this, which just flat out removes toxicity. And this, which heals HP and removes toxicity. But again, this thing right here removes all positive effects. So there's things over here like this. Let's go with NutriChew. No. There we go. Increased calorie and hydration limit by 30%, lasts 40 minutes, gains toxicity, blah blah. That's considered a positive effect. So for 40 minutes, your food and drink go down slower. If you consume anything with per plant in it, those positive effects go away. So you may gain toxicity, but it's to your benefit to just let the toxicity burn off naturally, rather than just get rid of it, like with anything like there. Now, of course, if your toxicity is maxed, yeah, go ahead. But I've never let my toxicity get that bad. Heals, yes, here, very important. Heals. Gains toxicity, but heals. Star tiers, very important. Glow cap, awesome shit. Gain effects, gain HP, gain calories and hydration. Good stuff, good stuff. But we're going to use it for research. And glow caps, since we found them in those underground areas that are covered with vines, are only available for us to grab immediately after a burn. So that limits how many of them we can have, and that's the biggest problem I have with it. Because there's no good way to get down in there at any other time. There's just no real good way to do it. Now then, you're probably finished. You have Why aren't you operating? Unavailable items. Oh, I goofed.
Sam, have you been off Earth before?
No, this is my first trip into space. And a very distant one.
I bet the change in gravity is giving you problems.
A bit. Everything's a little different.
You'll get used to it. The spacesuit is like a second skin to me now.
Yeah, I goofed. Okay, so we're going to build some rails. Cool. Now I need to view this for that purpose only. Now, there. And now it's as tall as it can get. And I'm going to put you, again, over here. Tall as it goes. What I'm going to change is my location for the fabricator. I'll put this, slap this right on the back side of that. That'll work just fine. then I'll just run the, because I forgot which was where. I forgot that it's just the raw materials that go in, not refined materials. That because I forgot to take it away, so I'll just use it anyway to run this shit around here. Now I've got plenty of clearance. Anything I want to run up in through here will have plenty of area. You. Building materials. And it doesn't matter that I'm using the crappy, you know, deposits. It's fine. That's more than enough at this point to work with. Besides, this is all going to end up running up and around and over. Because then I can just come in here and pick up the B-mats. They're making 10 at a time. Now, build. Yep. There you go. And we're good. Now I can just run up on this at any time. Come in here, grab some B-mats.
That's just what I need.
Yes, it is exactly what you need. 'Cause then it'll just make it automatically. And that's the key. That's the real key to the storage areas that I'm going to have put in over here. Once this finishes up, it's 2/3 of the way there. Good, good. All right. Now, finish up over here. Little under 1,000 building materials.
Come here.
See, all this stuff, it grows back. All of it grows back. Now that shocked me the first time. I thought I was thinking, how in the Kentucky Fried Hell am I going to farm if it burns everything off? And I was stockpiling a bunch of this in anticipation of replanting it to farm it. Nope. Hunter-gatherer mode engaged. Not that Rice would tell me and spoil the surprise. Thank you, Rice.
Dehydrated.
Uh-oh. I'm thirsty. There we go. Use, 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 use. Because, yes, this is a little inefficient. Just, you know, just a little bit.
Tasty.
I doubt it, but, you know, you're military. You can eat anything. Now, I need a pillar. Okay, so I gotta get it right. All right. We're just gonna do this. Cut you back 1. Make a platform, and then make the pillar support underneath it. That's not working, is it? Pain in the ass. And what I need is for it to lock from that and work down. Oh. Well, I could also probably just do this intelligent thing. And make a supported platform.
Hey, Han?
I'd prefer it if you address me using my rank.
Don't you think that makes communication more difficult? There's only 4 of us here. Who are you trying to impress?
I'm not. I've worked hard for my rank.
By murdering people.
Among other things.
So, Han, how about taking a little break? That sounded like a yes to me. Great.
Excuse the ever-living fuck out of you. Why do you not want to work with me? Okay, now that works. I don't know how that works, but it worked. Don't care, don't care. It fucking worked. And just for the shits and giggles of it. Alright. Now, can I put... Oh, I can put safety barriers up here. Just for decoration's sake. Because I'm interested in making this look kind of nice. This will be alright. So I can get down here, I can get down to that water. All good. There's still, of course, nothing over here powering this, but I think we can fix that right quick. Fuckers are working now. Now, I can't make you make calcium, but the fact that you're working means I can pull out of you. Piss off.
Enemy pacified. Enemy spotted. Feel stronger.
Combat. Level up. Nice. Now that is the downside. I know these things will start attacking my infrastructure, so I need protection for it. Unfortunately, that doesn't come until considerably later. Now, since I have this ammo... no.
Chris, as an astrophysicist,
I'll save
you
it.
must be intrigued by how Ruptura behaves.
Of course. If we understand the processes occurring inside it, we will deepen our understanding of the universe.
Wow, that was short and expected of a couple of eggheads. No, I want to future-proof this, but honestly, just putting a level 2 rail would be nice on that right there.
Order completed. Clever Robotics cares about you, and so they have another
Need to
reward
survive.
waiting for you in the
Acquired.
terminal. They
Good.
also ask that you keep an eye out for old model drones lost on Arcadia. They might contain useful items.
Yeah, I've already seen some of those drones. It's data. It's good data. About to do some mining shit. Doo-da, doo-da. Alright. So, you... Right. I'm ready to make titanium. It's titanium bars. Rail connector. There you go. Now, I'm going to make fabricator. Yes, one that runs this direction. And run a rail straight into it. So you're going to make titanium rods. You can have that. And you can get started running rail. Yeah, that'll work. Run rail right out straight to here. And yes, I do want the griffins, I think. Well, which one do I want? Got clever robotics. Cool. Storage done. Selenium is inventory upgrade. Yeah, that sounds great. This next one is regeneration chamber. If I'm not mistaken, needs wolfram bars. Take that. Have fun. I oopsed. Because now I have wolfram wire. This is true. But I need wolfram bars. Okay. Disconnect this. New plan.
Biologist, as an expert in that field, you must find the vermin interesting.
I find them terrifying.
They're just animals.
They've evolved and survived in extreme conditions. They understand Arcadia much better than we do.
We'll be the ones that conquer it in the end.
It's gonna store anyway, so what am I worried about? Rail from there, around to there. Nice if I can bring it into here. Oh, that's not the way I want it. See, developers, just a little bit of a heads up. Maybe an indicator on the platform, the base here, of which direction it's trying to go in might be nice. However, they are definitely locked in on the location, so we'll click that. Yeah. And then you over here, because this, for right now, is going to go up here. Wolfram plates. We'll have another run out here doing something else probably. But for right now, I think 2 fabricators. I can run rail from there to there, boom, and then from here to here. Because this is going to run wolfram wire. Once I unlock it, this one's going to run wolfram plate. be good. Well, you need... Did I set this into titanium bars? I did. No. There's selenium, there's you, there's no you. Let's go for selenium. Bars. Rods, at least. Selenium. Grenade. Fuck off. Selenium inventory upgrade. Yes. Plus furnace. Furnace, very good. Now then. I have the storage compartment. I need the storage compartment. Definitely need one down here. Probably a couple. My biggest problem is these storage compartments will store 4 stacks. And in the case of most resources, that's 100. So only 400 calcium at a time. Only 400 wolfram at a time. Only 400 titanium at a time. So on and so forth. I will say that I'm going to go back over there and put another storage facility at the area for building materials. Because that can only store 1,000 at a time, and a storage facility can store 4,000 at a time. Now, you. I wish I could make you less.
Maeve, what do you think of the technical resources for this mission?
They're amazing. All of these printed buildings are freaking awesome.
I don't have enough resources.
It's too bad we can't.
I have to admit,
Activity
I'm
detected.
also rather impressed.
I recommend finding a safe place.
Oh. Oops. And I don't have enough B-mats for it. Shit.
The enemy is approaching.
Where? Did I not? Uh-oh. I need an airlock. Yeah, that'll do. Eh. That'll be all right. Nope, and that's enough resources. That's all the resources I
core
got.
is unstable.
There we go.
Head to safety immediately.
Changing mags.
You can't shoot bullets at a pirate classic cloud, dude.
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
No shit. Now I need to go back there, get some more B-mats because I done fucked up. I goofed. What I need is storage facilities right outside of these mines so that I can store up calcium. 'Cause I need 1,000 of it, I think, at the recipe station to unlock for the calcium bars. Now, I know I have this whole entire planet to play with, and I plan on using it as much as possible, but that's not going to stop me from being as tight and technical as I can in certain areas. And of course I'm going to eat up that ignium.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
Yeah, all that stuff is too hot, and then has a coolant run that runs up to the tower to get deheated. Love that. All right. Grab that. Grab that. Grab these. There's another one up there. I'll head that direction.
Doctor, do you see anything we should be worried about?
That's your job. I don't have time to pay attention to things like that.
You're not afraid of death?
What's death when we have sleeves? But losing time is definitely a setback.
All right. Build. Nope, rails. Rail from there to here. Up high. Up high. Build storage depots. There. There. All right. Rail. There to there. There to there. Then from there rotate. What the? Oh. From there to here. What the fuck? I didn't want it there. Still having problems with this game, though, sometimes. Usually just the build menus. And it does that. Okay, new feature there, devs. Holy shit. It goes up 1 from where you actually want it. Now, BMATs. 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 Just on the off chance. So I'm just gonna run a fuck ton of building materials up through here. Just because. Bernie Rock.
Maeve, I'm really impressed by your skills. Where did you learn your trade?
On the moon, Mars, but mainly from my dad.
You worked together?
Only on Earth. Dad's afraid of flying through space, but he could fix a spaceship in midair.
More calcium. Level up movement. Nice. All level ups are good. Very nice. Yeah, you can love this. Green has started to come back. The moss level is still there. And in not too long a time, there'll be water starting to seep back into this area. So, you, and you. So, you all will do this then. I will put this here. This is probably silly, but I'm going to do this anyway, just because I can't be fucked to do anything else. From you to you. There you are. This is going to be calcium ore. Also going to run from here to there. You're going to run from here to there, and from here to there. For the time being, you're just going to fuck me up with as much calcium as you can possibly make, and I'm just going to take stacks of it back because I need it. I also need to make storage material facilities in my base, so I can offload all the rest of this crap. So, got calcium. We're starting to get calcium. I need calcium blocks, honestly, but, you know, we're working on it. Titanium. And that's an awesome thing, is you can kind of tell what you're getting whenever you blast it apart. titanium and wolfram. And that's cool.
You were right, Gal. That was frightening. Such power.
What? Guessing that was the biologist reaction to a rapture. All right. Build house. Personal storage. We can make 3. 1, 2, 3 per stack, or we can put them on the floor. Can't quite put them on the ceiling, but you know, it's nice to be able to put them on the walls. So you will take titanium. You will take wolfram. You will take calcium. Yeah. Put one up here, that's cool. Personal storage. That. There. Spare ammo. These things, that. Give me my BMATs. And I will analyze this straight away. Thank you very much. Actually.
Gal,
storage.
do I have access to the doctor's research?
Your rights were written down and presented to you as Appendix 6A in your contract.
I didn't get that appendix.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have rights. To put it plainly. Okay, so there's those, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for the time being. Fabricator. Data. Okay. Ooh, I can put that in. That's good. Put that in, that's good. Rotors are gonna be necessary in a bit. Sure. I'm gonna need some titanium bars for all this.
Great work. Future Health Solutions is now receiving all requested items. New rewards and tasks are waiting for you in the terminal.
Cool. So you need wolfram stuff, you need titanium stuff, you need calcium, you need wolfram or titanium. Either or, but finished products. And you need wolfram finished products there. Now then, I'm gonna offload that a little bit. All right. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Shut up. All right. Storage. There. Facilities. One there. One there. Alright, so you are all hooked up. And we'll run the rail here to here. From there to there. And then we'll just store you up with some titanium ore. You get the wolfram ore. Don't ask me why I did that. I just felt like it. I feel like I had a reason to do that. I can't quite recall at this moment what it is. Right, what I need, beg pardon, is one of these. Go from there, there, and from this exit to that thing. And that's where I'm going to store my titanium. There's going to be a fuck ton of it, and that's what I want. Just like I have Wolfram over here,
Ah, gotcha.
which needs to go in for science. That's not it. Although I can get rid of my crystals. Quartz. Good go. Fabricator. Titanium bars. I have one. Meh. There. Wolfram plates. I have 500. There you go. No more Wolfram plate on any of that. I will put the one, I suppose, in there. And then I can wait until this comes up and fills, because it will fill. Now, theoretically, I could make a lot more out of this, like doubling up on the smelters. And I probably should, but that's for probably a revamp of the whole system. Rods. Oh, right. I gotta set this thing for titanium rods. Just fuck you up with that shit. It's not gonna stop you, because you already had a stockpile of this stuff in here. You're just catching up at this point. Although, that might actually be just it, because it stops sending stuff as soon as it's got its capacity. Now you are directly hooked up to Wolfram? Yes, Wolfram bars. Would rather probably run Wolfram plate, but I need the bars anyway. 3 things that need wire, so we'll run you the wire. You're the wire. Rail from you to you. We'll run you. Don't ask me what's next on that one. I have no idea. Grenades. Okay, but it's the equipment upgrade station that I'm after. And then defense turrets eventually. This is all good stuff. Defense tower. Very nice, very nice. Can be resupplied via drone rails. That's nice. So I can set up a run of stuff that's going to just load up a bunch of materials, make a bunch of ammo, and then run a supply chain to anywhere that I have defense towers. That's something I'm probably just going to end up making as a separate line all to itself. I might end up making it all here. I think standard ammo requires just wolfram and titanium products. I just can't remember off the top of my head which ones those are. Standard ammo. Okay, basic barrel material and wolfram powder. So it's going to need a little bit of titanium, but mostly wolfram shit. And that's the standard ammo. Because it makes the raw materials out of the build materials out of the raw titanium and wolfram. But then I need advanced wolfram processing to make that ammo. And to make the heavy ammo, I need the titanium rods. That's for my belt-fed happiness.
When I started my service, we didn't have extra-dimensional backpacks. We had to carry everything on our backs.
Yeah, that's nice. Something finish. What's next? You are the inventory upgrade. Yes, good. You're working on that. Awesome. I need... Ooh! I'm definitely going to need this. Charged by killing vermin, taking damage, and collecting plants. The med tool will be automatically equipped once claimed. Yes. And then the LEM station for the funness of it. Maps. Moon Corporation. I need calcium. I need lots of calcium for lots of things. I'll have space for it. I will. I'm pretty sure. However... What's going on here? There we go. I don't know what the hell that was, but you know, go ahead. Get that crap out of my inventory. Titanium rod. There's storage for it here now, so you go there. Helium. Choose level. You. Choose. Good. Insert the helium.
Dehydrated.
Insert the ignium. Insert those. Good. Drink. Or eat the fruits, dude. Eat the fruits. Oh. There you go. You're good to go. Science. These things for science. Things that come out of the vermin.
Data collected.
Now, ignitium is a researchable thing, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's data. Okay, cool. You. Oh, 1,000 BMATs for that, but no thank you. More star fruit. Star tiers. For that. Put you in there. And then put you in there. And then move on to the next one. Because this all is just hydration. Hydration, 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 all on down. So more helium for this. Then I'll eventually need ceramics, but more meteorite hearts, and that'll get me on my way. And what it does, as I recall, is it increases the cooling capacity. So this thing can now cool 198 units, whatever, of heat. And that's all the stuff that is attached to it under its umbrella and is connected to it. Now, I don't know about things that are like out there but are connected by wire. If they can run heat through those rails to come back and be vented off of all this? I don't know. I have never made anything that
I
massive.
need to survive.
At least I haven't made anything that massive yet. And this is early access, so it's unlikely to necessarily happen, but we'll see.
Acquired. Come here.
I'm kind of surprised some of these things don't have heat generation all to themselves, the smelter especially. Yes, make with all the stuff. I still want my map, but I need that calcium.
I can use this.
It just makes so fast. I love that. Now I am interested in setting that off, but I want the map first. 'Cause that's basically a cartography drone. It's gonna map out a big circle around here and give me all the details. It's also gonna let me know where the dead bodies are. Dead bodies?
Your cargo has reached the Selenium Corporation.
Good.
You've completed another order, and your reward is waiting in the corporate terminal.
Now I know that there is one leaning up against this
I
guy.
see you've approached the geoscanner. You can use it to see the surrounding area.
Understood.
And then these. Dead bodies. People that have been here, tried to survive. Not good. They oftentimes have foodstuffs, data stuff, and occasionally ammunition. Now, I'm not going to set this off yet because it does work with the map, and I'd like the map first. So let's head back and get the map sorted out. Figure out which one I need for the map.
Come here. Acquired.
Give me all the fruit juices. I imagine they're much like little Hawaiian punch pouches that just grow out of the ground. My God. Sorry, memories of the 90s just rolled straight through my head. I'm that old. Little juice pouches that had like thick plastic, that clear plastic area that you're supposed to stab the straw, but it was about as strong as the surrounding plastic. So sometimes, about as often as not, you'd end up stabbing all the way through the container. The little pouch, both sides, through and through.
Due to your hard work, we have decided to increase the capacity of your pockets. Your inventory has been updated, and you can now fit more items into it.
Calcium ore. Not yet. Now you are running on rods. got this one running that already. So let's go with you, since that's just gonna work. What am I unlocking here? The furnace. What I need is calcium. Calcium ore for the Moon Energy Corporation. Well, alright. I know how to work this. Do I have the VMATs necessary? I probably don't. Oop.
That's just what I need.
Grab it. There you go. Almost 3,000 VMATs. This is exactly why I just let this run and let it go. One of those is fine. Because it just uses them up. Those things aren't even being used to even a fraction of their capacity, but it's still usable. And it just works. It just keeps running constantly, and that's great. You know, unless there's a rupture. I keep wanting to say rapture. Although for this planet, it's probably no difference. What I need now is a way to send to the moon the calcium. Now here's how that's going to work. Getting rid of that. Build storage depot. There. And there. Connecting by rail from there to there. And from there to there. Calcium ore. Calcium ore. Yes. Now we'll also go from you to you. Orbital launch. I'm gonna put you over here. Now here's the fun part. Rail. Moon energy. Stairs. There you go. There you go. Not gonna worry about that direction. And just for shits and giggles of it, this. This is often how it ends up happening for me. These things produce whatever they can produce. Oftentimes it's not much, but they still always have a stack up here. So it's not like these things are being pushed beyond their capacity. This one has maxed itself out. But that's okay, because this one can push out as much as it absolutely needs
Engineer.
to.
Yes, Han?
I've been thinking a lot lately.
That's great.
We're stuck here as a small group. In unusual circumstances, the protocol allows for more direct ways of addressing one another.
So I can call you Han?
Yes, above.
Awesome. Thanks, Corporal.
That's
Oh,
not my rank.
I'm just kidding. That's what friends do, Han.
oh, that was cold. Oh, you bitch. She knew what the hell she was doing. Even if the guy is kicked out of the military for desertion, he'll always think of himself and refer to himself as the rank he was before he pulled a stupid. Alright. That's right there. Should probably be it. Ish. Maybe. No, it's gonna be plenty more. I forgot these are 5 at a time. For some reason I was reading these numbers wrong. So we're at what? 3/4 capacity for grid power. That's fine. Cooling is good. Crafting efficiency is good. Now, where's the things I'm going to be able to build to like increase capacity or efficiency on the grid? Because that's something I'd really like to do. It's the fact that this is a factor. Tells me that yeah, you haven't figured anything out yet. The fact that this is a thing, okay, that crafting efficiency is not a thing, but the fact that all this information is here, nice. Thing is, I'm probably going to replace this with a furnace anyway. Because the smelter will make the blocks, the furnace will make the powder. Well, I'll probably have another a furnace on the side out here so that I can make the powder. Because one will make sheets, one will make blocks, and I think that's the primary of what ends up getting made. Although maybe this will be a fabricator instead. Stable. Alright, so that takes calcium blocks. Alright, so that's solid. Alright. So it'll take blocks anyway. So this can create sheets. So I can make blocks with another one, and then have raw. Have a furnace on that side for powder. That'll make up everything that can be made. So if I'm not mistaken, stablers no. No. The ceramics need powder, and I believe there are other things that need, well, the other bits. They can make as fast as this. These two probably can produce, and if absolutely necessary, I can run another one of those over into one of these storage facilities. And then those two are basically going to try and supply that one, and then what's left over is going to try and supply this one to there, and which will run down the line, on down the line, on down the line. And I'll just add these in to the backs of all these storage facilities, so that it ends up, this one, whatever draws out of this, is being fed by this, and probably that one. And then this will be fed by whatever's left out of this. And this one, you know, room for expansion. I have room for expansion. What I'm looking for
Sam,
is the map, though.
you seem to be the only scientifically competent person here. Could you look at my calculations when you have a moment? I'm designing a dome under which a city could be built.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
I am, of course, also considering tunnels, like on Mars, but designing a structure that could withstand Ruptura is simply much more intellectually stimulating.
I don't think we should be colonizing this planet at all.
How short-sighted.
Believe it or not, I'm with the scientists on this one. Why wouldn't you, like, obviously it can sustain life. Why wouldn't you want to colonize a planet? Sure, it's very hostile, but if you could create a dome or something to survive here, then yeah, just send the people up out every now and then to collect the greenery stuff, and you have every hour a nice show of by which people can, you know, just observe what's going on. I mean, theoretically, with a living habitation pod like that. Let's see. What is the definition of colonization? It was that stupid movie, The Martian, that said it out. Once you've started growing crops, you've effectively colonized a location. So if you could make something, some sort of dome by which you can harness the solar energy to grow Earth crops, congratulations, you've colonized the planet. Where are we at? God, you need to be working faster. I know this is dumb. What's wrong? Insufficient power. Yep. Figured that would happen. So we need power. Redundancy. Yes. See, it'll sort off to those two for quite a few of them, because this one's already loaded to capacity. And it probably already knows that this is all it's going to need for the remainder of the order. So it's already calculated how much needs to go into each one of these things in order to make the quota. And I'm just really impatient and I want Moon Energies to give me my fucking map now. One thing I do kind of like about the way the game is set up, but it doesn't make any sense, because a tidally locked planet like this would be scorched on one side and frozen on the other. Because it's always facing.
Why did you choose a career in the military?
My father was a soldier, as was his father. My aunt's a cop, and my cousin's in special forces.
So, oppressing people is a family tradition?
Yes.
Fuck you.
We drink discipline and courage with our mother's milk.
oppressing people. Bullshit. Just because somebody is part of a state-funded military or paramilitary force, you know, the actual military or cops, which that's a quantitative definition, does not mean they are freedom oppressors. Fuck off with your bullshit. They're not baby killers. They're not Nazis. They're not Gestapo. Fuck you. I'll play that activist shit. Take it somewhere else. That fucking annoys me. People that legitimately think like that. Like, oh, the person's military. Okay, so they're free. They're an oppressor. Fuck off. All right. Corporate terminal. Right here. I can also use probably a recipe station because we got all this right here. Smelters, boom. Basic items, boom. Cool. Smelter is done. I've said it before, but, you know, the whole purpose of me having fucking feelings about that crap is because I have been called a baby killer to my face before, and didn't enjoy it then, don't enjoy hearing about this crap going on elsewhere now. I knew that was coming too. I knew it was coming, and I still do not appreciate it. Because I heard it the first time around. That's the reason I generally have problems with eggheads. The people who are quote-unquote intelligent are very not wise. There is a big difference between wisdom and intelligence. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the highly educated people have no wisdom whatsoever. If they did, they know that's probably a bad idea to piss off somebody that knows how to rip your tongue out of your head. But they keep going forward anyway because, you know, they think, oh, well, they're not going to do anything to me. Wait until the minute that somebody actually is fed up with your bullshit and then see what happens. Violence may not always be the answer, but it's definitely a solution.
You have fulfilled another order from the Griffiths Blue Corporation. Claim your reward.
It's been years since I've seen my mother, or abuela. Do you miss your family, Chris?
I don't think about them at all. I need to focus on my research.
You wouldn't want to see your mother?
What for? She wouldn't understand my work anyway.
Family is to get you away from work.
That's the worst.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, see, me and that egghead would not have gotten along at all. He would have found himself at the bottom of one of those caverns until it grew over with vines, and then he can stay down there for the next rupture.
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
Knew that was coming. Granada.
I'm legally obligated to go over grenade training with you.
I know how to use them. But I understand. Orders are orders.
The Griffiths Blue Corporation guarantees the highest level of safety during use. Even when activated, the grenade is stable. Great work.
Understood.
The Moon Energy Corporation received its order. You can claim your rightful reward as usual in the corporate terminal. They are very happy with your services.
Outstanding. See, the whole reason about all that being built up over there is that I have all the space between there and here to fabricate whatever it is, or, you know, whatever I need to get the final product that ends up getting mixed in with a bunch of this stuff. And Moon Energy Corp map.
You
Good.
have successfully unlocked the geolocation
All right.
service of structural and topological imaging.
You mean a map?
If you insist on using such primitive language, go ahead.
Wolfram wire. There. This gives me the building drone. The next thing I really want is this, yes, but also the furnace and a meta tool. So Wolfram wire, future health support. Wait a minute.
Ruptura's eruption
never
has
mind.
started. Prepare for impact.
I was about to step outside. That was about to be a bad idea.
Extreme temperature detected.
I could open it. It'd be a bad idea, but I could open it. I've never done that, actually. Hang on. Let me create the regeneration chamber.
Your printing point has been updated. When you happen to
We'll also
die,
put some
I will
personal
send your
storage
mind
here.
and this is where your sleeve will be printed.
When?
Apologies, if you happen to die.
Yeah, I'm a corporate prisoner. I know I'm going to die. Poke it with a science stick. Oh. Okay, so in here I'm kind of protected. Once I step out there, I'm overheated, and it starts to attack my shield. All right.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Okay. Heat. Current heat 0. Okay, so I can even read that whenever it's going. So what's the point? Should have been this one. Oh.
Gotcha.
Get that one. Still the same woman. one is currently giving me Selenium. Solid. Now, if I recall, I need research. Let me in. Pardon me. Recipes. I need lots and lots of titanium bars for the beams, the sheets. I need wolfram for that. Lots of rods for this stuff over here. All right. So let's start with the titanium bars. Get a lot of those. Boom. 400 there. 300 there, 300 there. Cool. Wolfram bars. Out of the 600. And that one needs 600. So I need to make a lot more. Push it out this way. Storage. Rail. You to you. And it's only a little... It's only a little wiggle off to the side. It's not terrible. Okay. Oh, by the way, that means you titanium ore. Get it out of my inventory. Now. You. Rail cross connect. From there to there. Because I plan on smelters, fabricators. Yes, titanium sheets, titanium bars, titanium rods, beams, and sheets. 3 of them.
If we could capture a slasher alive,
Out of the question.
I could hook it up to the apparatus and study its reactions.
Security protocols would not allow it.
There's no discovery without risk.
Find a different path to fame.
It's not about fame, it's about science.
Yes, 3, 3. And 3. So these things line up almost perfectly with each other, and I love that. So, build. Rail from you to you. From you to you. From you to you. Now, from you to you. You to you. And you to you. You, sir, are making titanium. You, sir, are making titanium. You, sir, are making titanium. You will make rods. No, you'll make rods because I'm connecting you to that. And then from there to there. Now, all of them are processed and no recipe. Right, because I haven't unlocked beams or sheets yet. You guys can most definitely start cranking out some shit. Now these are going to be the first things to get upgraded with higher speed shit because I'm running 3 operations off of one drill. Not enough resources. Well, I can fix that. That's not it. That is. Build. Storage. 3 tier. Or 3... whatever. 3 by 3. You. Titanium rods. Oh yeah. And from you to you. Those
Nice.
are necessary. And so are those. What am I thinking? Those can all go. Get rid of those. Put some in there. Good. Get rid of those.
The Raptura is in its stable stage.
Good.
The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
Go there. Hydro bulb. Go there. Now, sciencey shit. Yes, the memory modules. Good source of
Data
data.
collected.
Personal storage. Put that in there. Are we all right?
Dehydrated.
Oh, well, look at that. We have aqua fluid. It heals damage and fixes hydration. Some.
Thirst quenched.
Slight toxicity. Reaching 100 will cause adverse effects. Okay, but it also bleeds off over time, so we're fine. Got a long way to go. What are you making? Making nothing at the moment. I'm going to change you up to Wolfram Wire. I'm going to disconnect you. Get out of here. Build. Rail connector. So we're going to go rail from there to there. Alright, sure, whatever. You to you. And then from you. Boom. So you're just going to make as many as you can and send them on down the line. Oh, wait.
7 has finished regenerating.
Never mind. I just realized what I did. I'm an idiot. It didn't need to happen that way. Off. I am the dumb. Now, a little bit of scouting out. So we're going for the med tool. Yes, absolutely need the med tool. That is a necessity. And here we're making progress towards furnace. This is good. I need this. What do I need? Titanium sheets and wolfram plate. Well, for that I need to actually get the wolfram and titanium bars for this. So only 100 more wolfram, that's good. And another 131 titanium. No, that's right. 531. I'm looking for the stuff that's in here. So you
can use this.
You guys just keep on plugging. You're constantly processing on down the line. That's fine. You guys just keep processing that. Meanwhile, you, as far as I know, only need another 100. Probably wrong, but I'll move on. We will move on from here. You. Fabricator. Yes. Wolfram plate. Alright, get the fuck out of here then. So I need another 300 plus yet. Okay. They make pretty fast, so that's not bad. I love how that thing is still not, you know, struggling to keep up. It's producing as fast as these things are eating it up. I love that. Now, if there ever needs to be supplements, I might make from there, run it that direction, up in behind to this storage area. Because that's still going to be like the primary way any of this gets run down here to this junction box. It looks like it's maintaining at exactly even. So these three things are running exactly even at full capacity. Running exactly as fast as that thing can produce. And that's the difference. One of these ones over here could not handle all three of these at the same time. And after a while, of course, those things won't be really an issue. Because they'll just be sitting there, inert, waiting for orders.
That's just what I need.
There. That, I believe, is all I'll need. It's the last thing that needs bars like that. Boom. Titanium sheets. Now for titanium. Okay, beams and sheets are already taken care of. Good, 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 good. There you go. You will do beams. You will take beams. You will do sheets. Or sheets. All right. I wish I could, but no, apparently not. I'll just have to get used to jumping up. Because I'm not reorganizing this whole thing to be one level higher just to match up and be flat. I'm just not doing that. Sometimes you just gotta deal with the cards you're dealt. And that often means dealing with uneven platforms. Now, you are not even close. Then you're only a little over halfway yourself. BMAT's still being produced. I have over 4,000. This is good. Keeps going, it keeps going. This is great. These three together will probably contain as many BMATs as I'll need for anything that I built up until I decided to restart the series with my last run through. So, this should be fun. you. There you go. Nice little run-ups. And I still have area to put rails to run in through here. In fact, these things right here might end up getting turned into triple rails, just so that I can split them off if necessary, and it will probably be necessary. For the time being, this will do. Now, these. Moon Energy Corporation still needs calcium shit. So that also means sheets and bars. And we'll figure out which one is the most efficient and just fuck them up with that.
When the temperature isn't going wild, this planet can be really beautiful.
Yeah. Earth doesn't have these beautiful landscapes untouched by humans anymore.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Come here.
They're absolutely not wrong. Most places you go on this planet, like most people go to sightsee and shit, they're not there to see nature, they're there to see something that man has built. Which, I get. I can't really deny that, you know, humans can make some nice stuff, but there is something to be said. This was a mistake.
Just what I need.
Sheets. Sheets. You know what? I'm gonna put the second one down anyway. Wrong button. Rails there. Rails there. What I need over here is one of these rail connectors. I don't need a storage container. And I don't know why I put that in there. I was stupid. Calcite sheets. So they'll produce as fast as they can, and they'll just shove them in here as fast as these things will take them. The truth is, I'll end up just putting another storage module here. The calcite. And probably another one here. Calcium ore. Out of power, huh? Always the power. Yep. You produce, y'all produce. And it all just runs all the way through. Oop. Alright. So, you continue to shove your shit out at 15 credits per launch. 45 credits per salvo of all three of these. That is fucking cool, and I don't know what it is, but it is awesome looking.
Why did you become an engineer?
I like to know how things work. To take them apart and put them back together so that they work again. I got that from my dad.
I agree, but machines are not enough. I want to understand how the entire universe works. That's why I'm here, to move science forward.
All the scientists having a fucking conversation without me. The engineer, the biologist, and the guy who did something secret, and I'm not allowed to know what his crime is. Yeah. They left the military guy out of it. Because, you know, fuck the military guy. Generation chamber. There. Activate area. Always do. Now. Moon Corporation. I got the map, right? Yes. Alright. One last thing before we close out the episode. We're gonna go get into some trouble. I'm going to show off why these things right here are a bit of a pain in the ass, but also very necessary. Now that I have the map, you can see all kinds of stuff. I have dead bodies that I passed and did not realize I'd passed them, so there they are. But here is a geoscanner. It's going to unlock a nice little circle of that area, including all the things I didn't realize I'd missed. Very, very useful.
Geoscanner initialized.
Unfortunately, it does that by creating seismic fucking shocks. And I then have to fight off Now, what really sucks is I do have a dash. And
Bravo! Future Health Solutions is happy with your work. New rewards have been unlocked.
And I forget to use it all the time.
Enemy spotted.
Future Health Solutions
Eliminated. Next.
I'm much more interested in taking the blue fuckers out than the little ones. Because the blue ones
Cal, what's going on?
This.
You've entered an infection cloud. Microorganisms from the vermin are reacting with your equipment, disrupting your shield.
So, we need a fight exposed.
Yeah, that's why I don't like these fuckers. And we'll go out of my way to shoot them first.
Geoscanning complete. Data acquired. Map updated.
Of course, the fact that they leave these things so that I can scan it for data is nice. Calories low. Oh, well, I better find some food then. Time to scrounge.
Acquired.
I'm just glad there's nothing in here that suggests, like, eating the bugs is a good idea.
All right.
That
Delicious.
just sounds like a bad idea all around.
I need to survive.
Besides, who really wants to eat bugs?
Eliminated. Changing mags.
I love how they call the little bits biofacts. Like, it's very obvious you're going to end up scanning these things for data. Now, did I really get that all together just that fast? I believe it. No, they're still launching. But what did I get? Oh, by the way, yes, this nice big circle. That's why I go for the geolocators. I know there's another one up here, and let's face it, this is a very, very large map, so these geolocators are going to be very, very valuable. Now, that said, this seems to be the far east end of this map, or west end of this map. That's kind of good. Unfortunately, it keeps going this way until I can't tell if I'm even at where I'm at on the map anymore. And it goes so far north that I'm out of range sight of anything, and so far south that I'm out of range sight. Which in and of itself wouldn't be bad. In fact, it seems like it would be very good. However, I'm also surrounded by a lot of radiation areas. Particularly like back there, I think you might be able to see some green wisps of the radiation. Through that valley is more radiation, and it's just this big wall around the area that I've explored that direction. It's all radiation. Not great, but that just limits me until I can figure out how to deal with the radiation. So I'm sure there's something I'm going to be able to eat, fabricate, make, whatever, some sort of food maybe that will allow me to get rid of radiation or something. Infection resistance. Yeah. Doubles natural heat resistance, drain resistance, infection resistance, and corrosion resistance. Now, it doesn't say anything about radiation, but if it can resist drain, heat, toxicity, or infection and corrosion, then I'm sure there's something in there that will allow me to resist radiation. But this is going to be my last bit of depositing for all this stuff. Put all this crap in. Go, go, go. And that is going to do me for the day. Now I'm going to go and spend the rest of my Valentine's with my honey. Probably the last time we'll be able to do so as a couple before the little one's comes around. But let's go there. save the game. We're going to actually, well, that right there. Save the game right there. Good to go. And I am going to go to that screen. There we go. It has been real. I've enjoyed this. I do enjoy this game. Glad to have all y'all around. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye for now.